Home Base, it's all about the home. Home decor, interior and exterior design, choosing paint colors, picking out rugs, organizing closets, being productive in your home office, and so much more. Let's jump right into today's episode with Southern Inspirations partner, Shepherd Organizing Solutions. Well, good morning, Paige. How are you doing?
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you. And welcome, everyone. I'm Michelle Hill with Southern Inspirations, and joining me is Paige Shepherd with Shepherd Organizing Solutions, and we are back today with you for another Tip Tuesday. And Paige, that word, junk drawer. It's all about the junk drawer today. And I'm telling you, I don't know if there's anybody that does not have a junk drawer.
No, I think everyone has at least one, and we should have them.
That's exactly right. Well, I'm excited. It sounds kind of crazy for me to say I'm excited to talk about junk drawers, but I really am. And y'all, if you haven't figured it out yet from my background, I am standing in my laundry room because I have not one, not two, but 3 junk drawers in my laundry room, and I'm going to be vulnerable today and show my junk drawers. That's hard to say. Oh my goodness, I'm even going to try to say it 3 times. And I'm going to ask Paige to grade me.
Oh, goodness, that makes me nervous.
That should be real interesting. But Paige, let's just dive right into the wonderful tips that I know you have, because, you know, you believe, and I do too, it is helpful to have a junk drawer. It's just there's a way to keep it tidy.
Right. It's good to have a central place that odd and end things, they don't go anywhere else. They don't belong in a closet, or they don't belong in the linen area. You know, it's just some things you just need more accessible so that you don't have to run out to the garage and get it, or you don't have to go digging through something in the office to find it. Stuff you use regularly that you need to keep on hand. So I think junk drawers are acceptable and encouraged. But sometimes people are like, oh no, don't open that drawer. Paige is here. Don't open it. But it's important, if you have a junk drawer, that you kind of set it up in a way that is helpful for you, because I feel like the purpose of it is not just a place to cram everything. The purpose is so that you can easily access the things that you need pretty regularly. Pens, sticky notes, screwdrivers, whatever you keep in your junk drawer. It depends on what room it's in, and it depends on your family circumstances. So first things first, do you have a guess, Michelle, what the first thing?
Oh my goodness, my mouse is already on it, and I'm ready to pop it on the screen, and that is declutter.
Yep, I feel like a broken record sometimes. But when I wrote a blog about junk drawers back in January. And so on today's blog, I just copied and pasted it because my method hasn't changed. But I'm going to share a few extra product recommendations with today's blog. So the first step is to declutter, to take everything out. And that's going to cause you to some stress, probably, because you're going to be like, why do I still have this receipt from 2003 or whatever? You'll be surprised what you find in there. But as you're going through, like I always say, be brutal as you purge, throw away the trash as you go, and be very selective about what you keep in the drawer. If it's something that you haven't used in several months or longer, and you've been keeping it in your junk drawer, but it would fit better in another location, it actually belongs in the garage, or it belongs in your dresser or wherever. If it's something like that you could put somewhere else, go ahead and do that so that you can save that space in your junk drawer for things that you need easily. You need to get, quickly. So After you've done that, and as you're purging, ask yourself, so how many rubber bands do I really need to keep? Like, do you use rubber bands? Like sometimes people just have an excess of things because they're like, oh, I don't ever need to throw, we might need this paper clip someday. And you just throw them in the drawer and it's overflowing. Take some time, go through there, trash them, put them in a backup place, however, whatever system you have. So after you have purged and decluttered, the drawer should be completely empty, and go ahead and clean it really well, wipe it down, use a little dust buster if you have to, whatever you have to do to get it clean. And then the contents that are going back in the drawer, you're going to organize them. So separate them by item. And it's a junk drawer, so you'll probably have some things that are in a category all by themselves, and that's okay. But if you have pens and pencils and sticky notes, it's okay for those things, the writing stuff, to go in one stack. And then your tools or whatever, you can kind of separate things by category. Or if you prefer, you could separate them by size, depending on the layout of your drawer. So this is where I suggest you invest in some drawer dividers, because you can easily just open a drawer and throw things in, but then every time the drawer is opened and closed, things shift within the drawer. So if you have drawer dividers or little baskets within each drawer, then it kind of helps keep the items contained and together in the junk drawer. So I'm going to show you several options today, from 5 different stores, 5 different containers from 5 different stores. And the thing is, like, this isn't even all of the options. You can go on Amazon, you can really pretty much anywhere, I think, find some kind of divider. So here are some baskets that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. 3 baskets for $1. Okay, can't get any better than that. It's pretty cheap. And what I like about these, they may not be the most sturdy, but if things get dirty or if something spills and it gets sticky, you can easily wash them in the sink. Or I've thrown these in the dishwasher before because there's nothing that tells me I can't. So those are from the Dollar Tree. Let's see, these are from Walmart. These are a longer drawer divider. And you're probably like, why do you have all these in your house? Well, since I do this for a living, I try to keep some things in stock, and almost every organizing session I do, I end up doing some drawer organizing. So these are from Walmart. They're longer. They're just called storage trays. Now, I don't have the prices on everything, but none of this is incredibly expensive. And these are from Target. Again, all of these options come in different colors. They come in different lengths and widths and depths. But here's some from Target option. Very, very, very inexpensive. This is from TJ Maxx. It's like an acrylic, I think you can tell by the glare there, but it's an acrylic, and it's even got a little texture in the bottom to keep things from slipping around. So we use these in several drawers in our kitchen, just because I feel like they're deeper, so they can hold a little bit more. And then this is a set from the Container Store. So it's actually called a 6-piece organizer set. And you can see, I'm trying to get myself in here too. You can see there are 6 different pieces, different sizes. It's designed for a desk. You can see like the paper clips and stuff in there and pencils. But you can use it in your kitchen. You can use it wherever you see fit. So those are all the options that I have for you today. But there are bamboo drawer dividers. You can get fun colors. You can get different patterns, different textures, different materials. Really, the options are endless to fit whatever your aesthetic is or whatever your budget is.
Or a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, yeah. So I feel like something that's very important to do, in the order of all of this, is decluttering and cleaning it out, and then organizing your stuff, and then go get your containers. Actually, back that up. Measure, and then go get your containers.
Yeah.
You need to measure. Don't just assume that these are going to fit in your drawers and mine and Michelle's. Like, you need to measure the depth, the length, and the width of your drawer.
It just happens to be needed right here in junk drawer number 1.
Yeah. And so then once you choose your containers, you get them home, start messing around with like the layout. It's okay if there are some things like Sometimes you have space in your drawer that a container won't fit, or you have items that won't fit in a basket. That's okay. It can go flat in the drawer, but if you have some structure in place with the other containers, it will help just kind of keep things where they belong. And if you are worried about your drawers shifting, your baskets shifting in the drawer depending on what you use, you can get these little, they're called glue dots or museum wax. There's a bunch of different things you can do that won't damage your drawer, and it holds things in place. So, and then I think my last tip on that is to maintain it. That's the hardest part because it is a junk drawer. And so things get scraped into there sometimes, or other people in and out of your house are taking things in and putting things in and taking things out and back and forth. So just periodically before it gets unmanageable, just take a look at it. And once you've got your little bins in place, put things back where they go, throw things away. And once you have a system, it's much easier to maintain. So that's what I got for today. Michelle, you want to show us your junk drawers now? I'm anxious to see.
Okay. Here we go, everyone. All right, I mentioned that I have 3. I've got them all open here, and so we'll start with number 1. And can you kind of tell, Paige? Is that a good?
Yeah, that's a good angle.
Okay, so I try to categorize things between the 3 drawers as best I could. I have flashlights, my basic screwdrivers, a flathead and a Phillips head, my measuring tape. Some of this stuff over here is my husband's, and the little drawer divider back here that I don't know if y'all can see the whole thing, but these are just some of those small random items. Some of them I don't know what they are, but I know my husband needs them often, and he doesn't want to go digging for these necessarily outside in his large utility room. And so that's drawer number 1. I have 2 dividers, and the rest is in the drawer. I do have my drawers lined to keep them from getting scratched from some of these things. So what do you think of drawer number 1?
I think it looks good. I think if there's a power outage, I want to be at Michelle's house.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that takes us to drawer number 2, where I have enough batteries for the neighborhood. I only got all the batteries in one place. This whole bin is batteries, and then this little container back here is batteries. Don't ask me how we ended up with so many, but we did, of all sizes. And then here, this is a little bit random, but I do have scissors, my little floral cutters. That hook goes over there. There's another hook that goes in the other drawer. All my picture hanging stuff is also in this drawer. These, I don't know if y'all ever use these picture hangers.
Yeah.
Are phenomenal. They go straight into the sheetrock. And then I have picture hanging wire and stuff in the back. And then this is some stuff that I've not used yet that's on standby just in case the swallows decide to come back and poop on my front porch. So I digress on that conversation. And I do have 1, 2 bins here, and then I have 2 smaller bins in the back, and then the rest is in the drawer.
Yeah, I think that is great. And even that middle basket that you said is a little bit whatever word you use. It's random, but it's contained.
Right.
You know what's in there. And then on the topic of batteries, I think what you've done is perfect. I think I've thought about doing an entire Tip Tuesday on batteries because everybody keeps batteries scattered throughout their house, in their garage, and wherever, and you can never find it when you need it. So putting them all in one place, like you've done, you're like, oh, never going to run out of batteries. But now you're not going to run to the store and buy some because you can see what you have there. So that's good.
Right. Yay. Okay. And then lastly, drawer number 3 is everything that is like you're attaching something. So I have my suction cups for like my wreaths and different things I hang up. I have all sorts of tape. I have a roll of packing tape. Well, actually, I have different size. I have this size of packing tape as well as 2 other rolls. They're kind of sticking together. I have my blue painter's tape because y'all know I do a lot of chalk painting. I have electrical tape. I have twine I have Gorilla Glue, Wood Glue, Super Glue.
Yeah, so it looks like adhesives and hooks.
That's the word, adhesive. There you go.
Yeah, so that's great. Honestly, I think it's good because it's categorized and you know what's in there. And the only thing I might do different is add if there's space to add a bin for some of the tape or some of the loose hooks, I might do that. But other than that, I think it looks really good.
Yay! Well, look, if I pass the Paige test, I'm doing very well. And full transparency to our audience, I was sharing with Paige before we started. Believe it or not, I used to have all of this crammed into 2 drawers. And then finally, I was like, I can't deal with that anymore. So that's when I dispersed it to the 3rd, and it's been so much better. Now, I will say I do have one junk drawer in the kitchen because in there, you mentioned pens and pencils, and I was like, oh, yeah. I have one where I keep just my grocery list and the lighter to the grill, extra lighter to the grill, and a few little random things. There's really not that much in it. But I do have that one drawer in the kitchen because I don't want to walk to the laundry room every single time I need to write something else down for the grocery list. So,
yeah, great. Well done.
All right. Yay. Thank you. We won't talk about the closet in my office, okay?
I know someone that can help
you. All right. What else do we have to share today? I think we covered quite a bit.
I think so too. And honestly, I showed these examples, but if you can really just go look in the office supply or in the kitchen storage aisles and these stores, or just Google storage tray, drawer divider, desk organizer, that type of stuff. And these things are going to pop up like crazy. Lots of options.
That's right. Well, once again, wonderful tips. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. Really appreciate it. I know that there's lots of people that look forward to all these wonderful tips that you bring us every Tuesday. And everyone, I want to remind you that if you need a little more assistance beyond the Tip Tuesday, that Paige is available to do virtual and in-person consultations, whether you need one drawer, one closet, or one house. Right, Paige? Reorganized.
Exactly right.
So you see her website scrolling there at the bottom of the screen. Be sure and make note of that if there ever comes a time where you need to take advantage of one of her many services. So with that, everyone, we will call this Tip Tuesday a wrap, and we will see you back here next week, same place, same time. Please continue to support us both on social media and share as we continue to bring you these wonderful tips every week. Everybody have a great rest of your day and good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.